Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim wa bihi nasta'een amma ba'd. Dear brothers and sisters, viewers and spectators, Allah said in Quran Majid, O people, worship your Lord who created you and those who were before you, so you may become conscious of Him, you may become fearful of Him, you may become obedient to Him. And He further says, He is the one who created the earth as a resting place for you, as a couch for you, and who created a sky as a canopy for you, and who sent down water from a sky, and thereby He made fruits as provisions for you. And then He further says, فَلَا تَجْعَلُوا لِلَّهِ أَنْدَادًا وَأَنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ. So out of the result, you must not make equals with Him, you must not set up rivals with Him, while you know that He is the ultimate creator, He is the ultimate power. Previously we came to a conclusion that everything that lies in the universe, that exists in the universe, particularly those things which have been mentioned by Allah in Quran Majid, like sun, moon, soil, water, fire, animals, and so many other things as well, which have been created by Allah to serve human beings. So the purpose of creatures other than human beings is to provide service to human beings. So what is the purpose of human beings? What is the purpose of creation of human beings? Allah Himself explained in the ayah that I have recited, Ya ayyuhan nas u'budu rabbakum. O people, whether you live in any corner of the world, you are black or white, you are European or Asian, whatever you are, you need to listen that if you are a human being, you need to bow down right in front of Allah. You need to worship Him in a way that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam explained, Ya ayyuhan nas u'budu rabbakum. O people, worship your Lord who created you and those who were before you. So that is the purpose of the creation of human being. And on another occasion Allah has explained, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. We have created, or I have created human being and jinn beings to worship me. Now coming to the second point, Allah further says, وَأَنزَلَ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً فَأَخْرَجَ بِهِ مِنَ الثَّمَرَاتِ رِزْقًا لَكُمْ. He hath descended water, sent down water from a sky, thereby He provided fruits for you as provisions. So Allah has explained in this ayah that fruits have been made of water, like trees and plants have been made of water. And science recently discovered that even trees and plants have life. And now we have to make it compatible with another verse where Allah has said, وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ. We have made everything alive of water. Means everything that is alive is made of water. Water is the main resource and main substance of all living things in the universe. This is absolutely as clear as crystal now. And science also has discovered it recently that plants and trees also have life. And everybody knows that plants and trees consume water. So that is something that Quran talks about 400 years ago, and science discovered it recently. Now we need to understand one thing. A lot of people want to make every single verse compatible with science. That is not good. Every single thing that has been created by Allah had its own capacity, had its own field and surrounding, which cannot be transgressed and which cannot be exceeded as well. Science also is a subject that had its own field, its own capacity, its own surrounding, and those surroundings, that capacity cannot be transgressed, cannot be exceeded. So the narrative that anything which is not encountered with science is not truth or non-existent is absolutely a false narrative. Because even science does not claim that anything that does not encounter with science is false or is non-existent. Science talks about those things which science observes. Means science talks about materialistic things. And there are a lot of things which are beyond our observation, like angels also are beyond our observation. and spirits also is something which is beyond our observation, and jinn beings also is the creation of Allah, which is beyond our observation. There are a lot of things which is beyond our observation, and science does not talk about spirits, does not talk about angels, does not talk about all those things which science cannot observe. So basically we need to understand everything has its own capacity, like senses, mind, science, logic, reason, everything has its own capacity. Human mind has its own capacity and it has its own surrounding or atmosphere, you can say. And that capacity cannot be transgressed, and that particular field cannot be transgressed, that we need to understand. Now Allah further says, فَلَا تَجْعَلُوا لِلَّهِ أَنْدَادًا وَأَنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ. So do not make rivals, or do not set up rivals or equals or partners or idols with Allah. So that particular ayah signifies that nobody should consider anything in this world or in this universe compatible with Allah. And anybody who considers anything, even if somebody considers Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as partner of Allah or as associate of Allah, then he is making a shirk, he is doing shirk. Because Prophet himself sallallahu alaihi wasallam said on one occasion that when he was asked that ayyu zambi a'dam, he was asked by one of the companions of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what is the biggest sin? So he replied, an la taj'alu lillahi niddan, that you should not make rivals with Allah. You should not set up, or you must not set up equals with Allah. That is the biggest sin. And on one occasion he said that la taj'alu qabri masjidan, do not make my grave a mosque, a worshipping place. So we can't even make or consider Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam equal with Allah, and we can't even make Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam we can't consider him as a partner of Allah. No way. Because everything, including all prophets, including all angels, including all subjects, every single living and non-living thing has been subjugated to Allah. Allah has created Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah has created all other things as well. Allah has created all the prophets, all the angels. Allah has created all the subjects. Allah has created science, which is also a subject, and science is also subjugated to Allah.